So here you can see I've done rows 1 to 6 of the first part of the body for Boo. So this is in fact the front leg, one side of the front leg for Boo. And so I'm going to continue now and show you how to do row 7, which is when we begin with the slip stitch. So what we're doing here now is we're going to separate these 39 double crochet, 39 single crochet if you're in American terms. We're going to separate them into 13, 13 and 13. So to begin with we do 14 slip stitch. So slip stitch into the first, jiggle your hook if you can't get through, try not to just push because that can be causing the splits, but it doesn't really split this yarn, it's marvellous, but it's best to just jiggle. I'm just gonna bring my camera slightly closer to my hands, I think that would be more useful. So we slip stitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in slip stitching we're just pulling through and then through, 7, through and through, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 slip stitch. Now from this position here, 14 slip stitch, we do 1 chain and then we go straight into that same stitch that we just slipped into, the 14th slip stitch, and we do 1 double crochet and then 12 more double crochet. 1, 2. Now a word of advice here, if I can find it. The kit comes with this little stitch marker which eventually ends up on Boo or his friends, her friend's collar. So it's advisable at this stage to mark that first stitch straight away. I didn't, sorry, I'm so used to using the yarn it doesn't trouble me anymore. So you can see there I've got 1, 2, 3. So the first 1 and then we do 12 more, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can hear my stitch marker tinkling away on the table there, sorry. So that's 12, so that's your 13 central stitches, and you can see we've marked the first one so we know where to stop when we go back. So we turn the work, and for row 8 do 1 chain and then 13 double crochet, so straight into the first stitch that we've just 1 chained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, and these are the 13 stitches that we work on. So it's 13 double crochet or single crochet if you're US terms, and then again row 9, 1 chain, straight back into that first stitch, 1, and I recommend you mark it. It just makes life a bit easier if you take the time to mark your stitches using this yarn. I've been using it now for about a year and I absolutely love it, and it doesn't trouble me at all anymore. But I do understand that when you're starting, it's the first project you've done, it is challenging, and you do need to count your stitches and mark the ends and beginnings of rows and things like that. Like I say, I just fallen in love with it because the toys at the end, you can groom around the eyes, groom the nose. It creates the fabric which is dense and yet not rigid. So although you've got this dense fabric, you also have this drape, floppy softness about it, which is another reason that I turned to this yarn. And then you just continue on those 13 stitches, and I'll come back to you later on in the pattern.